Coming off the heels of an NBA championship, one of the hardest things for a team to do is to head into the following season and do it all over again. One of the reasons why it's so hard is losing some of your core pieces or impactful role players without being able to replace them. Bruce Brown departed from the Denver Nuggets this offseason to join the Indiana Pacers, as the Nuggets had no way of paying Bruce what he got from Indiana. Bruce was Denver's starting small forward last season, and he was a crucial part of their success in their postseason run. Bruce was versatile on both ends of the floor, being able to guard multiple positions and do a little bit of everything on offense. Unfortunately for Denver, they were really strapped with cap space this past summer and had no real way of upgrading the position through free agency, so any replacement had to come through in-house development or the NBA draft. Thankfully for the Nuggets, they were able to acquire a 2023 first-round pick from the Indiana Pacers prior to the draft. Julian Strawther wasn't in the house to be on that stage for when he got drafted, but I imagine he had to be thrilled to find out that he was going from a winning program in Gonzaga to a winning franchise with the Denver Nuggets. Strawther had a really solid 3-year career at Gonzaga, with his best year as a junior just last season. 15 points, 6 rebounds, and a little over 1 assist a game while shooting 47% from the field, just below 41% from the three-point line, and about 77% from the free throw line, while shooting over 5 threes a game for the Bulldogs last year. The bill on Strawther coming into the draft that he was an NBA-ready guy, someone who could contribute right away to anyone who wants to select him. A 6'7" guard-wing combo who can thrive without the ball, a knockdown three-point shooter, as well as a lot of quickness on the defensive end, which should allow him to compete on that end of the floor. He's very efficient, doesn't force shots, and allows the offense to come to him. It all seems like a match made in heaven for Denver. In today's video, we're going to take a look at what Julian has been able to do in his 3 preseason games so far, as it seems like Denver has found its new secret weapon. One thing Julian will be able to do to get acclimated to the NBA as a scorer is move frequently off of the ball. When you're playing with a guy like Jokic, if you're open, you're getting the ball. Julian, through 3 games, has done a great job of moving off of the ball to get himself in scoring position. With the simple V cut on this play, Julian gets his man to commit to going over the screen on the potential DHO, which opens up the backdoor cut for Julian to go straight to the basket and get a layup. What sets up Julian's opportunities to cut to the rim is the lethality of his 3-point shot. In 3 games, he's been absolutely unconscious, shooting 50% from 3 on 8 attempts a game in just 22 minutes a night. Strawther is deadly off the catch, but what makes his 3-point shooting so special is that he can get his shot in so many different ways. With Alex Caruso chasing him, Strawther runs off a screen into a dribble handoff, which allows him to get enough separation for an open look. What makes this so effective for Julian is his ability to really use the ball screens. Caruso gets completely rerouted by the Braxton Key screen because of the angle Julian took on the screen. Not only that, but Julian sprints off of the screens that he receives as well. This creates a ton of separation and clean opportunities for him to shoot. It's very impressive for a rookie. Julian has shown that he does a great job of finding the open spots while he doesn't have the ball in his hands. Being able to relocate off of the ball when he's on the floor with guys like Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray means he will be finding himself wide open quite a bit. With such a quick trigger off the catch as well as some deep range already, Julian has the potential to really warp the spacing for the Denver Nuggets alongside Michael Porter Jr. Strawther has also shown that he is very comfortable putting the ball on the floor beyond the arc whenever the opportunity is presented. Julian receives the ball on a DHO here, and one simple move gets him a wide open look against the big man on the switch. This is called a hang dribble. The hang dribble is a hesitation move that is often used by many guards and wings around the NBA. This hesitation gives Julian 2 options. If the big drops back, it's a wide open 3 because Julian's shot is too quick to contest for the big. If the big doesn't drop, Julian will be able to blow by the big man to create a shot for himself or somebody else. Julian identifies that the big drops, so he lets it fly and cashes out. While it is early, Julian appears to have the full package as a 3-point shooter, whether it be camping on the wing, relocating off of the drive, coming off of screens and dribble handoffs, or even just putting the ball on the floor and creating his own shot. If he can keep this up, I think there's a good chance we could see Julian put up some big numbers for Denver this year. The other weapon Julian has in his bag is the floater. The floater is one of the toughest shots in the NBA, and it's a very convenient way to score if you can do it. Lots of times, bigs are dropping on defense in today's NBA, so that means the floater is an obtainable shot in a lot of situations. Strawther having this in his arsenal just makes the rest of his game even more lethal. If teams overcommit on the three-point shooting, he has shown a willingness to put the ball on the floor and attack the paint. He needs to work on getting all the way to the rim and finishing strong at the basket to get to the next level as a scorer, but this is a great start. The next steps for Julian to round out his offensive game is to be able to find other spots on the floor to contribute as a scorer. If he can shoot well from beyond the arc, it'll certainly help his ability to score in other areas. Julian wasn't much of a playmaker in college, as the Gonzaga offense was run by committee. Nobody on the Gonzaga squad last season averaged over 4 assists per game. If Julian can develop some of the simple reads as a playmaker as well, Julian has all the makings of being a really great tertiary ball handler alongside Jamal and Jokic, and in some situations, a very good secondary ball handler as well. Again, it's only preseason, it's early, but it's really hard to not be impressed by what Julian offers this Denver squad. I would imagine Christian Braun will get the start for Denver this season, as he had some really impressive run for them in the postseason last year, but between Strawther, Brown, and Peyton Watson, it seems like Denver will have some great production to fill the void that Bruce Brown left. The NBA season is just a week away, and that means soon we get to watch Victor Wembanyama make his official NBA debut. If you haven't seen him so far in preseason, make sure you guys check out this video to get a first look at what he's done so far.